get to my car and I'm like, is it sprinkling? So I looked at the weather and it's like, there is a storm headed your way. And as soon as I like get in the car and close the door, it starts to rain. I don't know if you can hear the pitter patter, but it's actually rather sunny outside. So it's gonna be one of those days. Oh, the rain's picking up a bit. I can't see out my window. So yeah, it's just nice to have a good rest day. And I know I say that a lot, but considering last year I spent so many days just like working 10-hour shifts, a lot of sick days. I ended up getting sick a lot. You know, it's been rough, or it was rough, and especially since I wasn't happy where I was. And so now that I'm able to kind of like not control, just like monitor, because one thing I have to remember is I don't have control. No one really has full control over their life. There's a difference between control and balance, and one key thing to balance is having a plan B or having some sort of spontaneity, like in case this happens, this is what you do type of a thing. Pray for us this summer. Like, pray, keep us in your thoughts. It's gonna be hot, there's gonna be construction going on still, and it's only gonna get busier at Hollywood Studios. I'm actually gonna ask you after Toy Story Land, please don't go to Hollywood Studios. Do not go to Hollywood Studios. Wait until after the summer. Wait until like fall break or something. Don't go to Hollywood Studios. Like, it's gonna be so bad this summer because it's gonna be so hot and so busy, and we as cast members are gonna do everything that we possibly can to make it a smooth transition. And I know that the managers have been working on plans on how to take on Toy Story Land, but we're still a small park, and it's gonna be crazy busy, let alone any extra people coming this summer. So if you can, make it like a half day. Like, come, go like on a couple rides, and then leave. You know, like if you have to ride Rock and Roller Coaster, or you have to ride Tower of Terror, by all means. But like, make it a half day park. Don't spend all day there, because it's... I know y'all love Star Wars, but give us a break. Starting today, they are blocking off the Indiana Jones Star Tours Path of the Jedi walkway. For the last couple of days, last week I would say, for the last week, they've had like a 5 foot, is it 5 foot wide? No, it's a little longer than 5 feet. They've had a small pathway that they've allowed people to walk. Basically the pathway right in front of Path of the Jedi and Celebrity Spotlight to meet Olaf. They've had that pathway opened. Apparently starting today, they are going to block that off completely. But they're gonna have, here's the thing, is they're not blocking it off completely. They're blocking it off except for the Jedi training. The Jedi training kids are going to be able to walk through that pathway to get to the stage. They are also going to leave it open for cast members, which they technically don't have to do. I will say this, because there's 2 ways to get through. If you're, let's say you're crossing, like you're going, because we go out by Star Tours, so like, let's say you're going to the launch bay, you could just go down ABC Commissary and still go down that way and access that. And if you, for whatever reason, have to get in front, like let's say you have to get to the Hyperion Theater, there's another access for us to cross where my break room is that cast members can go to. Anyway, I'm almost to work. It is Wednesday. I wish I could say the week is half over, but it is not. I feel like today is my Monday. I went to sleep last night and I was like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I don't want to. It's really the heat, honestly. It's not that I don't enjoy my job, because that was what got me through the time that I did yesterday, is I got to work with a lot of my friends. But it's not that I don't like my job, it's just really the heat. The heat is just ridiculous, and I want to try and accommodate the guests as much as I possibly can, because I understand, but there's only so much you can do, and when you do everything you can, it's still not enough, and you yourself are also dying. It's not a great situation, you know? So, but I'm trying. Anyway, I'll see you guys after work. Work was good. fun fact, the concrete is not blocked off for whatever reason. I talked to everyone and I was like, hey, are we not blocking off the area? And I guess they decided not to block off the area, just to kind of tell people to go around, even though the area is still open. Anyway, it's a very awkward situation. Also interesting situation. So Jared and I have been talking about moving into a smaller apartment for a while now. We've known that we've wanted to do this for a while now. And so our goal was to move out sometime at the end of the summer. And so I talked to Jared and I said, hey Jared, go let the office know that, or remind them that this is something that we want to do, and make sure that we get on like a waiting list or something for a smaller apartment. So he went and he talked to them, and lo and behold, not only do they have exactly what we want, but it's literally the building right next to us, and we can move in like in a week. And I was like, oh, so Jared and I are going to talk about it when I get home. We haven't had, literally I found out like a couple hours ago. We're going to talk about it when I get home and just kind of talk about, because like there's a lot of other little things involved, like having to pay a deposit again, and a pet fee, and then there's we already paid for this month's for this apartment, so how does that work? Like, do we have to pay it again? You know, can they like give the money back or something? You know, like we have to think about all of that. And then we have to go through, because I've realized, I was talking to my friends about, like, because I've been going through the apartment trying to get rid of things in preparation for an eventual move. Also just to kind of like purge our whole apartment of like old stuff that we don't need anymore, because there's a lot of stuff that we need. Like I was talking about shoes. I haven't bought new shoes in years. Like I had to get rid of all of my shoes because I wasn't going to wear them, or they were old and they needed to get thrown away. So stuff like that. So I need to go through the apartment and look at that, and then you just kind of like go over like the expensive, how much it's going to be. I'm pretty sure we can afford it, but like we still have to kind of like talk about that, and maybe changing our lifestyle choices for the next month or so, just so that way we can kind of make up for that money that we're about to spend. So anyway, just wanted to tell you about that. It may or may not happen, but we'll see. We may be moving in a couple of weeks. I know Jared's family's coming into town, so that would be nice for them to help, even just for like a couple of hours. But I was talking to some of my friends. I was like, hey, does anybody want a couch? You know, you can take the couch, but you gotta move it yourself, type of a thing. So anyway, that's fun.